Let's talk about mixed numbers. Normally, that phrase, mixed numbers, is reserved for something like 5 3/4. That's how you'd say that, 5 3/4. That's 5.75 as a decimal. I'm assuming that they call this mixed numbers because you have a whole number here like 5 and then a fraction here, and so you have two different kinds of numbers. So I'm assuming that's why they call it mixed numbers. But anyway, so sometimes people want us to take this mixed number and they want us to write it just as as people say, an improper fraction, though I don't think there's anything improper about writing fractions that way. So I really wish they hadn't named it that improper fraction. I wish they'd just call it a fraction. But how you would do that is you would do 5 times 4, which is 20, and then add 3, which gives us 23. And we're going to write that over 4. So these are equivalent. So 23/4 is the same thing as 5 3/4. So 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 more is 23. That's how I got the 23. And then it's over 4 because that's the denominator here. So you could go from mixed number to fraction. And then often people want you to go from fraction to mixed number, especially if you were going to put this on a number line. It's a little easier to think of where 5 3/4 of the way to 6 is. So 5 3/4 is almost at 6. It's between 5 and 6. And you might not know that if you were just looking at 23 over 4. Your brain might not do that calculation as quickly as you'd like for it to. So the way you do that is you say, how many times will 4 go into 23? Well, it'll go 5 times. So 4 goes into 23 5 times, and that's 20. So 3 more would make 23. So you could go from 23/4 to 5 3/4 or this way. And that's how you do that. So let's do another example. Let's suppose, and this time let's start with something like, I don't know, this, 16/5. So let's start with the fraction and go to the mixed number. So 5 goes into 16 3 times. So what I would do is I would put this 3 out here. 5 goes into 16 3 times. And I'm going to go ahead and put this 5 underneath here because I'm going to put the same number that's there. And then it's easy for me to look at this and say 3 times 5 is 15. One more would make 16. So I have 3 1/5. So 16/5 is 3 1/5. And in a similar manner, I could say 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 more, 16. I could go that way with it as well. So I could go this way or that way. You want to be able to do that with mixed numbers and with fractions. Like I say, people call these improper fractions because you have the bigger number on the top. But I think that's unfortunate. I think they should just be called fractions. But that's a little vocabulary you should be familiar with. So we have fractions, which would look like 2/5. Then we have perhaps what people would call improper fractions, where the bigger number's on top. And then we have mixed numerals or mixed numbers that look like this. So fractions, improper fractions, and mixed numbers or mixed numerals, if you will. All right, see ya.